Area busiafo ya da mo ase pa samatwen ya me adan ye ho akwaba abadwafo nso atena senti sabrede ye sinkonwa ye de nsema hodo a nkrata ne de ba ye di se ye pense mu anase bobo ho ne ye toato ho adwene no ye de ebremo na ansana na mame mohwi na me kosunyane enem kosunyane police station efise menua ba detective Gloria Frimpong na police ID ane Gloria Frimpong ene eye waoda oga saa na saa you oga happy birthday wati nyame nhira pa na onye okese onye wakoma so ade nyina emma na isha ene ne bra ko fise men kanche so modo ura eminu abe ma kwa me tank of Angel FM Kumasi enso se men kanche so odo kese enti Jack ukotwe exams ne all the best uchuru wi amehwe na me o results no ba nam de cake yaba na chese o birthday no me de akɔhye exams ne results no enti said I ndie di serious na akɔhwe but na your birthday enti o exams no we be twa ne di 2022 enti happy birthday and me ya be ma Michael Akrofi se me ma farm George Atara boy our president ma pharmaceutical society Ghana Eastern Regional Chapter on our president or and our director ma Gapson pharmacy ewo Koforidua ye ma happy birthday nyame enhyira na omanim de no nyem said ye be ya se nru na wo frafra kra be frafra ne kama amaye sa anti farmer Tara boy nyame enka ho no nye wakoma so ade nyina emma pacho me ma nana apiaje danka also the first me ma no hyede ne yakọ efise ne maame ya abo atema anti Juliana efrimu nyame ya doma ya wade ewo dwaben ewo asantememu ena yekodi na wotweda no nti nana me ne adofo ne abusuafo ne nyina ye ma hyeden ye beba abegya won so dodo ama bibia aye kama yo enen semwa ye bedwenwen ho no woni tua economy no fluctuations wo mu si wo mu se covid aba nanso wo de Ghana toto abiman ya akeka ye wo yi desert ye chi ha yi dia Ghana economy no ekoyie ogina ne nanso wo mo kan ye kram se last year ho baby wo ene wo mo kan no wo mo si outlook ne ye eni ama ekoso ena mampani asiensi dua nanso enu minority nso ye press conference no mo si esu ewi ase wade anya wo si enye yi se John kai se abahye bonene nyije so kankan na ama henkan wie san 7 enti ye meye covid enti na nso ade wunye economy ni ye musia waboro pa enu so fa nkrata no musesia kama efi mampani kofo abre so muso ende eja happy kadare mo de ache ye enti enka ho ye twem na nachi ba no de opani dada mills a wafiri mu oboye de na no opani JDM boye ene de enne mampani na akufu ado abo a ogusu a wo bo bekoso abo ene wonum se o mampani top so oye action or top or bosia no munchemu bese o hamunchemu aduosia de ono na abro ntie na ye nkomo no ne fapem pa eni se fechifo no si ekoyie minority fo nsi ekoyie obi a hwehwani wa ben no wo mo hye san no wonom hwe no ede no wo mo hwe na wonso a wo fie no wo so sesen enti wo de no de ba Facebook a making kind na badwafo nso de omo de no amaye ewo haise na afi ye wi a na ebiri wo mu a ya ka budumburam honom no omo nya ye kwan no omu san ye ho covid yi nti nene na nsamampani abeka se okasa ya de chen ye omu se omu di independent uhu Jacob report o de by emoso bi what adi nso haye nananom kra so se camp no UN kra ka se si a no omu nya refugees bi masumdwa abanti omu nko omu mamu omu kan kra mfie du ba ko ni enti a no omu se omu gye omu asase NMC yusu aye kra yi animu ya kra empu ya ye ntoto ye dada tie de moade ebe mamo na afi amanfo police fo ya twen hu promotion a ema eba ye zo enu so amanfo sai na gold ase ma medas miras kosi koda koteso amobowa bate bia na bibi wo masama tra mo mo nti no omobowa tie no so ye behwe na ya ka ho asem menu abema ya asane tano we national organizer ema LPG Liberal Party of Ghana waje adwa wo chemfimfini na so mabo ne din kan fi se na de mete he ya na obai ono obeto me kura na agya me boma no so twede nkakra yo na de me boma no so twede so ya me bo kakra drum fimfini so me nua ba me chia na mse obeme na me jo so enti obai ya nche eno a Prince is the honorable member for Tafo Pankrono. Prince wants me there too. I'm metimi anka. Ono so baye honorable Vincent Asefua na afi me bra pani asesi a ono so my imagine said that chi bi ono ti mekwa manfi ne makwa akohwe ho fi se minima manfi ho. Western region DM se takradu kro ni mu ana minim ba bia bi nti onu nti me tum pasa kan na nka wasa east honorable J Mensa hwehwe me bedwa srede se se ade mi hu bi me ti o ka bi mu anti na nka me ba ho aba be hwe ho you honorable Eric Afo me hu ni din so anoma kai me ofa ya Afo kan ya aviation deputy minister na no ba okay mi hu nam se ofa mi hu wache o de me ya ho ya me ti won kan me de ofa me ba be hwehwe o u free fi a che o de me free ho nche me de me so me bo adwu o de bo adwu ma me ti won kan ti ofa anopai mbe me mo wache wo ho ye de me ti papa di ana ma afi say ya me de kasa bi me wo fa yem
so omunya di position
Honorable Eric Afo MP Amenfi West ono so atena senti esi ono so aye me wo fa fi say me wo fa ya afo nti ana ampe me wo fa se
mo fa se na no
da mo ase papa no pese mo de madaje ni bia fam ye agro ne fom ti mo me ntinse won say wo hwo mo mfimfini we say economy ni koyie fish force ye kama enran so minority for so aye press conference mo say hefa wo de etina ho na dwu ho say koyie ni ye mu na wo hoyi na wo so LPG wo se de hu den
but I say ohima atade design efe
oh me dase
wo ho so efe
me dase
mentia honorables menu am no mo share am say honorable share check
kakra
na mechia honorable ni quite titles Clover
yeah I think they friend ampa
honorable me dase mechia agbesi se be fia wo
abelempe oh mini abema agbesi
na sa honorable ha yenua titles anka obeka se menka me krom kasa enti say for mechia mom creating titru se hikogina asanso
yes hwini wow
asanso kogina mechia mom creating asakrofo mechia mom asanso fo mechia mom me ma me ande ma mechio obaya asema odi abetu dwe ana say kosan wabisa me am say emu oyeram kakra
question ni mo awiem ade de na mamu yewiem
wo hwe say ye the topics me no for the minority
yes
ne fetch for that's I say sa type of ratings and this is not the first time we kropo dey say to be nti enyamba mu kropo nti for me kropo no discussing it now is
said projections
exactly so we are not looking,
now don't we use projections
we use projections when the projections no abe materialize him say projections we are more be too dry say you do I say na fifty
so o share indicators and yes me twintwan wa nem ba nam ka say o be share indicators na dey hu say ani enam ne kwan so e be yield this results no
me ba say ansa na me be ma mention you rapalu the next president any LPG pen phone
mo da so gina mu
den
okay I'm on a boy for us. Hey, shall we be nice? Oh, what did you do?
Momo travel.
What did you? Mobile almost say France for no what?
Yeah.
Mobile Macron. What did you?
Yeah, what to call that for? Yeah, two my LPG general den. Most mother mama a platform. We are telling the people what we can do for this nation.
Okay.
Compared to the two people, NDC and NPP.
Okay.
This is not the first time the first one you crop the projections. You run no abreso. What did we hear? Said Ghana was the fastest growing economy.
Okay.
I think about 14% there, about or 14 point something.
Okay.
Did we see the materialization? And I say in Susan's way, say na ye hotoy at the time. We never saw anything like that. Not Ghana, still none of And just projections. We are talking about just projections. And you see, I am my end that with this kind of ratings and the Fitch and who people. Wherever they sit and concoct these things now, they are not feeling the pinch of the ordinary.
Kafra, okasomo concoct. So na ase omabo muslim wakano. Na pacho Fitch no say enka omo ye credible rating institution and agency.
There's no credible human institution in this world.
Okay.
There's nothing like that. Yenya ye feel the pinch in this country. Yen and necessary to make cancer indicators na wo no e koyi and ase nkoyi. Sincerely speaking, as we speak, nkoyi and nkoyi fritititi that is in there. 29 years of reintroduction of democracy. We are still suffering. In futuro aji akra boso ya yentumi akra nkonapo no yentumi siesie no se de fata.
I see.
Now Fitch ube massa indications we are yenim very well say anya say ube fin kra akropo within Accra the masses are suffering. We see clearly how Ankrofo bring omomo journey adwuma and say omo pay adwuma but omo nya and reach enlistment which of course protocol are taking in already. Those that they did there was just a facade, I mean, to throw dust into our eyes. Ankrofo omo bunkam so from your friend is cantonment line from cantonment to Elwak. And you are telling us say the indicators are showing that things are going well. One brekra bayankasa country say because of the COVID pandemic no. Nsroma the way I can say Nsroma kono ankone sa. Okay. Naturally no, we know so of course we are in a situation now affecting will be including the economy. In fact, the economy is the hard hit. In this what na economy pandemic equals will be baby no concoct fit. I'm saying concoction of figures because projections are concocted things. You would sit down and calculate and see that maybe so in the next
but who you so will be say research any data now they can't basa still a concoction.
You see, maybe the word I'm using the BMA it's a concoction.
Okay.
It's an attempt to say that in the next 1 year, 2 years, BBC, I say, Obi Awoyin Konya, and what country will say, and I say, Wako prophetic check, you know, country will say, the next 2 years, no be ye. And I say, in the next 1 year, no be ye, but there's a caveat. Say, we ye now obey, you know, and what you are the other. So 1 year, we are say, you now, and I say, prophets na your countries on Emma. These things are there. Okay. It is not different from putting in place figures or analysis to indicate, say, in the next 1 year, no, see, to 2 year, no, my year, say, and a bedi amagana. We all know, say, look at this particular situation with regards to the third wave of the virus.
COVID.
Do we even know if we have a fourth wave of the COVID? Yankasa yenim, say, within the system, no, complaining about the fact, say, so almost entire country no kroponas almost tested positive. There are so-called goro boys around who could tell them say we can make it positive negative for you. National security NTK.
Sir.
Oh yeah.
Me ka say airport for the bed den say ubenya kwan ade wo ho. But e bia na omo pia free ho no. Na ya.
How did the so-called Delta variant enter into this country?
So omu airports ho and initially ombe boy amane
omu say omu ya no mujai ni pa no man buy ne be infected ya na say there might have been something wrong and I say something went wrong in the testing, right? But a lot of people have indicated omo ba say look who frame a class media that say maba bedi I are testing me negative e kire no mo ka kire me say we need ya really be but they made it possible for the person to pay extra. Numbers
that video been a by later no say omo be chechire mu ma omo clarify.
You see, when rumor comes it is important say national security and as the people concerned you be do more suko now you find it out by this time anka national security I stand to be corrected say anka omo de obi ashe your friend is saying how do you call it baby omo ye testing no to go and test randomly nko be say 5-10 say mon kokoye testing no na ye hwe say sa rumor ya e koso I don't know if they've done that. If that has not been done, we should not throw that rumor overboard, right? The possibility say Nkrofo air tested negative, but they make it positive to extract money from them. It's clear. I have doctor friends, and many of them have said that these things are happening. You understand? Into say obi try baby. Na economy ye nim say ye ni machine be process ye no buy e ba. Your friend is food planting for food and job. Or paying our da no to me be country say aduane abasa ma e bi kura pro. And that was an insult on the person the people of this country. In the sense before so be implementing a project like that, it is important that we put in place mechanisms that be process the food that you are producing. Until you don't even wait for the food to become so cheap. By this time, you have been processing them. A hand fan planting for food and jobs, you know. You bet me I can say no buy or processing or more turning into a different thing, adding value to them. Where are they? At least you name your crime could you say through the ingenuity of Yura Kwame Despite. To see a banche ne body to make carbon a need for food. A hand fan ye work planting for food and jobs a product nearby. A hand fan ye bet me I can say see a koha ye benya a beer banche mankani ya dane no ayen bibia e wash shelves so e beka say we dey one district one factory na bibia bibisa na film buy yem be say one district one factory no mo can say mo can say a lot of it have been open and people are working. Of course I might say yewra alanche but be out na what be chire bibia those factories are. In fact, if they have built those factories, it's a human job. We will all come and tout the government for the good work done. We must know say how many people have been employed under that sector of one district, one factory.
Okay.
Would be some
10 minutes in that one. It's an amami say, and sana ye be COVID bano. Na economy needs to say.
The economy has never been well. Otherwise, we will not get to the 74%.
Because president said, fetch for na say before COVID but na economy ni ye kama. And a COVID ne buy na be say no. Inti ye kan akoma to yem.
Let's speak to facts. Since 30 years ago, and I said 29 years ago, you signed the democracy by starting Rollins Abreso, Mills Mahama, Rollins Abreso, Yewrako for Mills Mahama, and now NPP. The economy has never been good. Otherwise, it will be an insult to say 30 years, and I said 29 years. Yes, that's what in Futumo Accra. In Crawford, Blue Motion Street, Yenimha.
Mama, I say, I know the mine now. Almost say developed countries, they have slums. Or more places are well so developed.
But they are not sleeping on bare floor to receive blood. They are not giving birth and lying on the floor. You understand? So these are the indicators we must see. We call a drum now. The way for bread. Now, so can say economy no a year, and I say be a year. Fine, can say be a year. Probably, I will not be, yes. But the economy will
only that. One or more can, and I will say, "O mabo mutim no more." So I must say,
economy will be to me train health minister to me train. No, Enra, or can say health minister. No, wa Brentina, son no more. This man should have been fired long ago. Plus, Dr. Nsroma, the advisor to the president, because Omo be defending this Putnik thing. If you have people like this in power. And as a people like this heading various institutions, now idea and can benefit society, the people within. Now, we say you were buying it at $19. In fact, some pay out, and we had another $26. Yeah, negotiated. We didn't know how much it would have come to, but say we and pay, and can also the taxpayers' money are going into people's pocket. Who economy and crop you don't tell me say there are good indications to show say economy.
Thank you.
I don't believe it.
Maminchi, Honorable MP Tafo Pankron.
Minyaba Maminchia, chief for no for na me fancha kesen so fama the good people of Otafo constituency enne oko Otafo constituency a 1:30 p.m. BBI FNO the Honorable Vincent Kwasefo organized quiz maiden quiz may organize your Otafo constituency the PSO ewo SZA sorry oko case junction honomwa on yesterday na nyame adomo on the 27th of September aye ma woda no ene ye dibewi ebion so no last 2 days aye the national youth organizer of the New Patriotic Party Nanabi ebe aye tafofo ina adoye ye kaya say no na any birthday to wish no the happy belated birthday or ye na adwen say the nyankopon aye ama no no o kan Matthew chapter 25 verse 13 ho konwa say, whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you've done unto me. And I be said, Yankopon Yaman in Echino, or Buana, what to me see, a children's ward, a Watafo Government Hospital. Until you be cut a sword on Sunday, within a year. Now you to me see a year, Tafo Government Hospital, children's ward, no, at Yama, a year the old Tafo constituency. Penufo be bring so by at the Omo donations by the Honorable Matthew Poku Prempe, Kodia, Justin Kodia. And I'm young Cassandra, so donations to make sure so within 1 year, able to me a year. Now, said ye, Minya Beme Eken. I get the impression, say, there's a certain lack of appreciation, respect to data. Omaya, Obet Nase, and also Omaya Obeso Ubu, Nase, Unfa data near Juma, not just say,
Data being.
So the okay now, but so I just say data there, and idea here because.
But the president who can one for data beyond to you. The okay, say fetch projections.
My main church room from 2004 to 2008. A car, Nagana, Yadia. John Ajakum, Kufo, up and so on. To move and answer a historical 30%. From John Dramani, John Evans Tamils, a pencil from 2009 to 2012. A car Ghana a Diano. A year John Evans Tamils. From 30% no, ebe free equal 269%. A car Ghana there. From John Dramani a pencil so no. A year from 2012 to 2016. And also by Emano, sorry, it could do 243%, or it increased by 243%. We share the current debt stock of Ghana, and in fact, say we shared since December 2020, the 291 billion in Ghana, a car near Diano, an increment of 137%. A true say. A SWAT from 269, I free 243, no, about 137. These are figures, and these are statistics. If the Bank of Ghana, if you
so who is percentage? I know it's percentage. Why is figures? Because the latter part now is figures.
Figures.
Okay, 290,000.
The figure.
A billion.
Figure ne in 2020. So there be a Ghana for a and from 269%, 243% to 137%. Now, we share at the time, na COVID in Niho. Na financial
last
sector,
make
NDC time.
NDC time.
From 2009 to 2016.
Okay.
At the time, when we increase the debt stock, that is 269% and 243%. Okay. Now, there was nothing like COVID. Now, financial sector bailout in Niho. At the time, now IPPs are now we are paying about 12 billion and soon Niho. Me can we are say, if not the impact of COVID, financial sector bailout, which is about 21 billion, independent power projects and I say IPPs are buying to about 12 billion Ghana cedis almost every year. No, I'm a Ghana debt stock on a cost road. And the debt to GDP, nay, Bank of Ghana is 76.6%. No, and no 60% in. In fact, and you see the figure.
NDC time there, now we didn't have challenges on mine.
Absolutely.
Challenges on mine.
Okay. As my can say, there wasn't anything like impact of COVID. Not COVID in Niho.
But now a challenge be it may not necessarily be COVID. But maybe a near challenge be almost
at the time. Na NDC are buying COVID in Niho. Financial sector bailout in Niho no in Niho. The NDC was not able to pay teacher training allowances. The NDC was not able to pay nursing training allowances. NDC failed to implement free SHS. NDC at the time, SRD could do some And all these things, na COVID in ho, financial sector bailout in ho. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Aban. Before 2020, we share the economic growth of Ghana. You better in 2016, which was about 2.4%. Before COVID, we had increased it to about 6.5%. Just na omano bon homodin until say COVID year they set in. So COVID and set in 2020.
COVID, no, not economy near kama.
The data speaks so. The Ghana Statistical Service actually PFA at the time the economic growth of Ghana was 6.4%. You be found in 2017 around 2.4%. The simple mathematics will tell you say 2.4 and 6.4, 6.5 you know, MPPD no na year. Say COVID no answer in and clearly the economic growth in the trajectory na econo. By now we would have been able to develop the economy very well. Okay. Now with this impact in Nano, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is still implementing free SHS. With all these impacts of COVID, financial sector bailout, you about 21 billion. IPPs are about 12 billion. We are still paying teacher training allowances. We are still paying nursing training allowances. We are still paying 700 Ghana cedis per NAPCO recruit. Sisi Aminoka say, at the time, NHIS was in limbo. Because the NHIS was in limbo, na service providers, na sikausi ituamomono. Sometimes about 1.5 years to 2 years, it was not paid. With all these challenges, now the IMF fetch a Bogana Basso with respect to the management of the economy. And Ramiti forcing. In fact, I was scandalized to the sense that no matter what kind now, as if it is not the doctor forcing that I know, who was the deputy finance minister under John Dramani Mahama. Because the economic growth, and if you like, all the economic indicators of the NDC government from 2012 to 2016, Forcing was at the center of affairs. And he knows the data as just opposed the MPP government. Inflation at the time, 2017, around 7th January, inflation was 15.4%. Before COVID, Minyaba, now inflation at Yaba, a single digit inflation. You can't inflation and confirm and say, oh, at the end of crown inflation, so any nebedi. Since so we every year, now say a core 15.4%. What it means is that if say a 1 cedi, every year about by 1 cedi, 15.4 pesos, and about account that 15.4 pesos na account for every year. Into the next subsequent year, no, another 15.4%, granting that it will even be stabilized. Another 15.4% about account, which is 1 cedi, 30 pesos. But so to me, at the inflation figure, no, the rate at which it is increasing from 15.4% man by a single digit number. That's a 9%. Instead of the 1 cedi 15.4 pesos, no, about by 1 cedi 90 pesos. What it means is that sika na Ghana ni ebe ye free the bottom dia koto sa special IC. Eswate because of the robust economic fundamentals are near.
Beautiful. Ghana for assets name.
But I'm telling you that the impact of COVID.
Analysis.
And I made sure say
before COVID in Nebebano, yes. That time no inflation rate in the new single digit cry na high.
Yes.
It was in this 12-13
yes.
thereof.
Yes.
Na sabreno na Ghana for more tired no na it's the same.
It was so because senka inflation no yang to me nkramu year from 15.4% no. Ananke eja no hompo a. What it means is that every year Ghanaians will be paying more for special eyes. Esote but even 12%.
Enti enyenka ene per one analysis no. Enka COVID be kan ho yi. E che say inflation be ko shoro. Enti ene enkese say eniama boye din pa.
And I make sure say
enti say eniama boye din pa. Na eniama boye.
Be say make sure say the impact of COVID enya dia we can just take it out of our conversation. And now go to Tunisia. the Tunisia president has sacked and also fired the prime minister of Tunisia. We're dissolving parliament because the citizens are outraged. Say the president is not managing the economy well.
Bra.
And then what
Mr. Morgan and so I can say. Senanka economy ni ya.
Yes.
And ka COVID impact no. Ye benya nanso kebe susu. Na sesi ayi die. E de omai no aba from kojo 20 omafo
comparatively.
It was because already no na enye dada.
Comparatively.
COVID na sia be kan
comparatively.
Say comparatively no mentia.
Yeah, just opposite this argument of the MPP time with the economic growth of 6.4%.
MPP time ya na make. Economist Dr. Bokpin.
Well, man, you.
And another economist. Omaka say before COVID, so let's say 2018,
yes.
2019.
That we had economic growth of 6.4%.
Na
inflation rate.
Economy no ensure that
but compare it to what we came to meet. The better, you know. What was the economic fundamentals? The better, you know, if it was 2.4.
Okay.
What it means in say, Sanka NDC ne what abemu sisia, and anka die hu Kenya kra. We would have been worse off as a nation.
Okay.
That is the point I'm making. Because the economic fundamentals during 2018, 2019, with respect to economic growth, if it was 6.4, that's the NDC time, they were 2.4. The economists are all say, ya memono enye, and untino, sa memono ya, and COVID buy no, and can't mean yasa impact no, and the NDC time, then Kenya kra. That is the point I want to tell you.
Thank
and
you.
The point I want to make is say, the point I want to make is say, with respect to the management of COVID, globally, most nations are suffering. Oshe, the medical advisor to Joe Biden, Dr. Anthony Fauci, just about last 2 days, indicated, say, the American country needs about 1.3 trillion, and a billion, no, trillion, to be able to show up the economy of America because of the impact of COVID. In fact, unvaccinated people in America, as they say, no, omunya COVID now to the extent say now it is becoming a toll. It is becoming a toll on the nation.
Unyi say, mo de COVID ne so kata mo ho so ana yi mo ho ano a enema bi wo ho a mu nwa ni mu ka no krenchiro manfo no. COVID yi sika san na monya free mu ko World Bank koje ebosia. Emwa hodo a eba mu nkonta up to now omanfo no so mu hu nkonta no. America omato vaccines to the extent Ghana for asem na me
but the representatives of the people is in
Ghana
parliament
for America working vaccines omatisika before cra vaccine ne beba no no omakase ye beto dudu sei ye beche sei omuchire omusika a omudi bewuram ni ade ampanso omakota aba yen vaccines aya wo nyina ye achede ye nko a ya kase kotoko musika sign ye dia kwa akoto aburuchire wo se ye tua kase enro sei eba
menu nim
na mo mafo no fili se ase mo fa COVID hu didi
enye no kre the representatives of the people mini abema awoye MP the constituency for na on e kasa de ma wo mo
ane
say dem so me MP me constituency for na me kasa de ma me crofo
okay
such accountability is done in parliament. Share Sputnik V.
Oh, senka mu wi a eba na ye nyina so ya kan bi na de wanti ne wa wuntumi o ye de ba kra nkrofo ntumi ma no matimi ehun dia ekoso because hospitals and niama update ahudo man pani be kase o sika se ye di kohim no some of the facilities and the hospitals and the promises no ye hu ye has not seen the day light of day. Inti afa COVID na mafo obisa ampa unama we dey out for public transport
the last accountability process year of parliament health minister so for ohwempomudien so ba parliament no okase ogina Ghana anemu Ghana man ogina anemu age a loan of about 200 million sa loan no de dey koye ne se ye dey kwa ko purchase bibia that is the doses of vaccines.
Your vaccines.
Your vaccines. Okay. We are expanding our infrastructure deficit. Exposing every country, almost every country in the world, not just Ghana, because COVID by and you remember US people were sleeping outside. The best see a bontin and conform adasu because beds were not available. COVID in my
no. But last year COVID year muna president ka say obesi infectious disease center you be see 88 agenda 111 right 111
yes
enu ekosi saying meanwhile what can loans ahodo a ya bo COVID nti ye koje yensa ka sa loans no
you started hypocrisy interchange. How many years did it take? Just 1 year. You want to see all these things?
No, don't say I want to see.
Ghanaians want to see.
The president said in 1 year we will build.
It's better late than never.
So he said that.
Better late than never. Say Nyamaya. It doesn't mean it will not come.
Thank you.
Ghana, yet me allocate sika. No,
Mama meeting 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, sure.
8:53 to 9:05. But say 9:09. Me check it time ni pa. Ya na me pesa mo be accuse me to me check it. Because me bisa o question papa so sa me ma 12. O start 8:41, we 8:52. Thank you.
What do you mean?
Miracle.
Yo, mama na was say o makonya kakra. Sam na manfo ni komo. Mama chia me pen for kakra. Maba o program kese so de nya pa. Mama chia Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The incoming president. Babo Magana assistant ye. Problems are ye coming. Or ye film. I mean, called the national executives of the party and NDC party family. I mean, chair any other professor one no executives. Na call regional executives. Na not to cool Western region. Only one for you. I'm chair concerned executives. I'm in West over Roxy. No paying for I'm in West soon. I'm chair will be. I'm ready to meet to body in Bebre. Mame enna panyi bi ase ewo TV kase so Sheikh Idrisu Topo oyi no wasi also bebo am constituency ama yidi abaho me no ka say o two boreholes 150 mechanized ones e dey am few West for na me shraw buswa osi so anyama ni na dey am minu aba se yeyi lorry kwan foforo na de kota agusu a se bia wugina monim ha woto ani hwe akire ho a obeka se insuo bi ta ho ohun sade ni bi da wo se insuo bi eta kwan no so yeyi lorry kwan foforo de kota agusu a
se awia
bo obeka se insuo
wo ko woni ma se
Mirage
you have said it. MPP aban omo govern Ghana through Mirage. Omo tu omo nia. Oh no. I was come to quote it. Utu oni ebe hu say insuo bi ta obedo na hwe ne ho. This is what is happening in this country. NDC minority in parliament. Die yehu Ghana no ena ye kacha Ghana fo ena endra ye shase ye bekoso aye from this time going
masha campaign as intem do it's obvious
ye shase ye achakura
adenti na
ye shase achakura
ye president
aba
for me government no call for me mo man ne kwan kakra nti I to say enti na ya na political scientists for the say I said 4 years the campaign never stops.
Me tie.
I need na kan ko sane ho. Much as yentem. Campaign na mo ye.
Campaign one sem na ye kan economy. You mama kan economy.
Ye campaign you bisa say na ye campaign na.
Mama kan economy one sem. Wow. The American say your mind ye de enim say NDC fo. Ye de eka em ye buro magana fo. Ma ababi ba ye party bi by say NDC aban under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama's Excellency. Say a lazy man's approach. So be bobosia e dia ye oman yi. We gina sadie so e campaign ahodo and sema say ye kan e de akonwane mam. What are we seeing in this country? Are you here to defend your debt stock in this country? from Gogisberg tie to Mohammed's tie, Ufriso, a Ghana Edaho, Bank of Ghana website, 120 billion Ghana cedis. Within 4 years, it has ballooned. What you quoted it, 291 billion.
I know your mom dear Mukoti buy, but
difference of 171 billion. Bisa say, sa sikana ya jinina. Away. You ask a very intelligent question. Say then amodi sikana dia ye. 171 billion.
Especially
171 billion.
Over parliament.
See here, your debt stock to GDP as you stand today is 76.6%.
No problem.
What you say?
But before no, or the application back parliament.
Yes.
Person kwaji busia we. Me di say. Enti mo person mo che say mo hunia osi odi aye no.
Meba, mama ka sem cho. Nyakopon ene disa parliament we odi a che Ghana for. 137 members of parliament. Now one person abet them. 16 to 2020 parliament MP before there. 169 MPs. Yeah. 106 MPs for NDC. How could we defend this?
Really?
Afi sana mo kache mo nkrof.
Yes, among kasa ho.
Dey make what you say.
But
we do, yes, we did a lot of workout. But they'll have their way through.
I see.
So nobody should sit here and say na more parliament and amunyi na mo ditu. Did they make any say? You see here, your debt stock to GDP is 76.6%. As such, say, Mamin different economy in Chile. As such, say, Wofa Ghana sika nyina, good year nyina, ye nyina. Say 100%. It moves 76.6. Hey, eka. E da Ghana force. You were comparing Mohammed's time to this current regime. Debt to GDP ratio was 56%. Into Utifrima, Ghana Sikana e Wokitaye was about 44%. Yanya Yesika e Yedia 44%. Because this year 24%. So we say we compare these two economies. One and the papa 44 and 2024.
COVID no so didn't so.
Time of COVID about February 2020. Let me quote it. Now debt to GDP was 70%. Okay? So COVID, Yavan says Omaje Busia nyina within COVID it's about 6% and increase the stock. And because of COVID. And you ask another good question. Say about 21 billion Ghana cedis. COVID bosia yabo bifia brochiri bifi oil sikamu na de hade. E no crampo yintumi enko tobi efa ma yenkrofo. So where is the money? Enti the person me can say yene NDC for yehu se enema enkoye ewo Ghana ha. Ubisa say enti Ghana for yehu toye. Go to the markets. Uko marketer e man no mton e man on be economics. E man no mton e ma odwom no. Mokola ene abuglushi. They will teach you economics. Because hey o ma pai mahama time no na me sika sei ene ye adwuma. Na me fa so nie sei na minya ye to me niema. This time MPP abamba ye they will teach you the real state of the economy. They are there. Did I make any say? A minor enye. Enema enkoye. Now, we share about my deep parliament almost be 3 terms.
I say we so much to say ampa enema say but omo toto na saa na fetch for no so kan say omo toto enti ye na edi animu we be into andrew next year no na fe asan esini na so
many problem with that but je pese Ghana fu and sama omo so e kan wachi this be nyan abrante be try nice man oh say the economy is robust, economy is good, but I want to tell you that things are not good.
And I was. Bra, okay, is and I was
before COVID.
No. Let's play back. Who said was economy? No, emuye abrante adameboa. Emuye, you said it. And this gentleman, even now, it's
before
better.
COVID, and it is now
even now. No, they to mo say be amuna mo wa anka it would have been worse than. Yes, no.
My memory say this current state.
Okay.
Ya kwan timpon what to say roots what to say. But now parliament almost 3 times.
Oh really?
Yes, we did 9 months over 2016.
By election. Okay.
To me find the proper 2 terms. Abaye bisal questions pa NPP aban. Onu anim. Over parliament ye nya hwe. Questions nkoa.
And
I'm talking about other businesses.
Okay.
Okay. Ene. You be questions mako almost 18 to 20.
So no crowd sir.
I am in a business committee.
Yeah.
Make out what you say. Because problems no all areas na eba. Akwan what something.
Maybe because we're declaring year of roads, and you'll be a percent
from January to July. Now let's come to agriculture, most especially cocoa. Yet Ghana, this time, you're free for cocoa. You're free. It's a way.
You're free,
you're free cocoa, you're free, and you're about port. Nigeria ya pemu half e dey amakuani no go they are crying and what says that economy way economy papa it's not good your health situation in this country apart from covid by you nya baby credit by isolation
na first na ka kuafo koko ne yeto ne sen
you tua koko nika e wo buying center.
Okay,
PGC clerk no otua fiscal cash and san waji cocoa no. Now cocoa kweni di cocoa free aban. Yes, I'm talking yes. I'm talking to you now. That's what is happening. Ochina, I'm asking the minister why this is happening in this country on the floor of parliament. Wednesday. Ejidami can say the economy is no good. Who share the cost of Ghana, go to the various markets. They'll tell you, what is happening? The government cannot get money to spend. Because Wabobusiana Kosrama, in fiscal space, crowd best spend the cry at the Emano. And to the American say the economy isn't good.
Okay.
Now, let me buttress this with this. So, we share the structure of our economy in this country. Say each quarter you tier statutory payments. We can't get fund, we have insurance near the common fund, DAFC, common fund, any training in every you now you tier pensions, you tier interest on our loans. Now they are there. At least previously, we were getting about 4% to spend. Now, because of interest rate payment, a band is getting a interest rate. So what is happening now? And they say the government is not spending. Say a band so and spend here, then because there would be money in circulation.
Why is government not spending?
Because the government hasn't got fiscal space. Or they not got your interest rate. Go and look at appropriation. Me no ka say.
Interest rate.
Interest rate.
Oh, na nya ban we no timi e ka say obi momo de amobobo ye no kra wo hwero tie bia ye koje ye ji wo ba bi foforo a no rate ne be wo form any ade. Now sign to so much on loan interest.
Now what for bosia 171 billion. Won't interest rate on. And I debe chow. You find chow me aba.
And yet what is sika no so a wa bobosia ne ye hu nwuma no na mi musa se nwuma no na akro bisa me say akwan no wen. Enti den ye musa se sa sika bebrebe no ewe he. Oje ye no de begu dan mu. Ana egu bank ye home ana sika ne fine.
Say obobosia sika be di usema. Let me find you an example. You are an economic unit because we are individual. Ubiko bank ekoji sika bosia. Utumi e de consumption kwa. Consumption is say obedi abra wo hu any fiscal thing. Okay? But kwaje bosia bida ko to television ko su them. Okay? TV, television, TV, fridge, and any amount so at least do any better. So if the government is borrowing for consumption, I don't know you see anything.
I see. Great. So mama would you now bro so 2 minutes.
And then mama 3 minutes make how that.
Mr. Wada, my first on cabinet for back. Very much Adekye Junior. Was the first time I'm seeing my MP on this show. Hey, who constituency name for? Tafua na Memfi.
As I've not been 3 times.
El Torres says, stop laughing, Honorable. We are serious and angry. Talk with seriousness. The country is not safe. Because of COVID, we can't be safe from armed robbery too. Is that what you, the NPP, are telling us? Okay, you people, okay. Abranti Pakwesi China, this NPP man here, he's not telling us the truth. Government still owes teachers and nurses training allowances. It's not paid. Kwesi Boachi say, if the economy is this bad, why didn't Parliament, especially NDC, walk out in the loan to buy expensive vehicles for MPs approval? Okay. Dennis Anabiga, I think it's high time Ghana politicians stop comparing parties and do the right thing to help the youth when they are voted for, be it Party A or Party B. Bongo DC and did I hear the NDC man saying JM is coming back? I want to know to govern which country. If it's Adekye Ghana dia, then they should forget it because he has nothing better for to offer us anymore. Watching live from Abuso Kind. Bongo DC, wono mema agata back. One can Ghana, one can Adekye Ghana. You have been a good student on that. Man Piero, I decree and declare prophetically, ono bompaya my amen, braye dase. Akwesi Boachi, NDC is very good in opposition than in government. They are really pushing the NPP government to do better. Lawrence Martino Sowa, this is because Mahama drained Ghana's finances. I think it's about time the main infrastructure is developed for the country to move forward. Star Paluga, I thought the NDC fixed Ghana before they left power. Why are they complaining? And then Kofi Bilson says, ask them for me. Wild Boy GH says, it's true, pa, because I have worked at PBC Upon Valley, yet I haven't been paid since last year, August. Not just a mu PBC for the Enchiamuka, and you know, so different from Coco, no, I free and no, and Sunday Diabano. Kojo lecture says Ghana was not the only country who faced COVID-19 in Africa. Some countries or economic system is becoming more buoyant. So why is it that only in Ghana that we are using COVID-19 as an excuse? The economy was very poor when our president was taking expensive private jet. They should take note that the youth of Ghana have seen them and we will no longer be so and so. Akwasi Menu says, why were nursing and teaching allowances stopped? Teachers' allowances stopped. Why were unemployment frozen from 2012 to 2016? Why did our GDP growth drop from 14.1% in 2011 to 3.4% in 2016? Can you tell us the interest rate on loans from 25.8 billion Ghana cedis to 122 billion? These issues occurred during former President Mahama's era. NDC should give us a break. NPP is doing well, but not satisfactory. We need to expand our tax base and stop being political. El Macho says, so meaning this government is doing hand to mouth, radio. Do Halifax, Amisa. UTV is not doing well because you don't need politicians to tell us how the country is growing. They are the managers of the economy. They are not politicians, but almost on financial monza. Economists never come because they are not in charge. It's time for the economists to come and time for the politicians have to be respected too. Mubarak Aminu Jr., before they come to power, they came to power, you mean, they said we are sitting on money and yet we are hungry. What does that mean now? Nanajima, the funny thing is that the answer to our problem is not bringing in another party. That system is the basis to all our problems. We should sit up and formulate new and better systems that will be favorable to Ghana. Nana Kofi, year of roots, pa, laughing out loud. I'm sure Manabokobi Road, just 3 months, and the road is all spoiled, death trapped. So, tell the NPP man, Nana Kofi now, to stop that propaganda. We are tired of this incompetent Akufo-Addo and Bawumia from Spain. Okay, I hope Semetumia can kind kakra mamu. Inti me sure say rebuttals bebe mu then we talk about
one or two rebuttals be quick.
Yes, so 9:30 already. 9:29.
With respect to say ya pobosians you hunu di enfanye and as you hunu di dia na osam make claims with respect to even roads and as akwan from 2009 to 2016 Unia NDC4 akwan a moyeye mode beka ho including asphalt overlays was 1086 kilometers across the country 8 years 1086 kilometers during MPP's regime just about 5 years in fact and this statistics are made no for the first 4 years of the MPP government including so asphalt overlays 2020.
Okay.
The kilometers of roads are MPP over 3,000 kilometers.
Now no asphalt.
Yeah, no. Asphalt overlays is about 1,000. More asphalt overlays, maybe. Or more asphalt overlays, is a little over 500 kilometers.
Asphalt overlays now all kind of mami no ti ne krom no pe kwan no ontiase.
Chase mami.
Ya kwan ne dada ne ye cover so. Anase na ya asphalt dada ne so tutu ne ye kra kra.
Asphalt overlays. Tie. You were asphalt overlays.
Black. Chile mu e.
Asphalt
overlays.
Now what?
Oh, abotre mu.
One.
Record that the
What is it?
Na ekwan no wo hodada. Musa dukota afoforo san kogu so. Enje Musa say dia tutuo na mu ye. Nti kan say ba wo kan asphalt overlay and no man na ye wu na ebiri mu krofo ani.
NDC4 time including asphalt overlays was 1086 kilometers. MPP 4 time, including asphalt overlays, over 3,000 kilometers. So, what parliament, surprising, very worrying and troubling that you sit on TV, I say, a car, and as a busan yabono, in fact, today.
I didn't think about one kafra memoir. I didn't think about one because Fano to say,
yes,
and Fano to a MP. Fano say, me anasa ne tano na ma me na wote tafo edwom eton ade
yes
o twam e wo sa zongo na e wo Kumasi roundabout on hold on Kumasi airport on e friend saying
some roundabout
so
anasa airport roundabout
e
ba plaza na dia be see crofo
sa kwan no me da no me duru Kumasi me na mo am chance o mu tutu grow e wa nam say na kwan ya e da na mu tutu yi enti dia wote na kura ase a ono ne dia enhu ko taada no onim ye enti amu tutu enti obe feel say munya kwan
ene oba otafu consistency
yaye motutu esa ye no foforo enti men say MP but fanu say obi otetafu how would the person appreciate the asphalt overlays you are doing
mame na otetafu jom no onim say ahembronum kwan
okay
ene ye no nyina
Satam na moye dada ne
Dabi yenye asphalt wa hembronum ene ukọ tafu nhyiaye so the whole of tafu nhyiaye so and also yeah asphalt and I say yeah kwan no you do atita job no
kwan mu no se feeder road wa ye say say asphalt ye say na overlays ye say if the overlays ne de na nkrofo feel say ade no ya nya bi no omo nya bi no mo se tutu no mo se ya bi
MPP 3,000 kilometers no. Feeder roads ni anase new roads no. Over 2,000 kilometers.
All right.
NDC
apart
there
from
no.
3,000.
Na
3,000 ni mu no.
3,000 ni mu no.
And feeder roads.
Feeder roads ni you know 2,000 new roads. Momo there no. From 8 years ni na no. Na a little over 500 kilometers.
Hey.
Yes. Because
yes,
and I make sure say
500 kilometers.
Yes, because 1,086 kilometers no. Asphalt overlays in quite over 500 kilometers.
Unim ya ebe.
Yes.
I have 4 years shamo bo so man fa ma next week here be can prince next week for papa ni papa ya asan bra.
Next week yes I
ba. Na mo se mo de 2,000 na maye. Fa kwan ni bra.
Me the list ni na
be. List ni bra. Papa wo mo fa mo 500 na list ni bra. Me fa to ho.
Me 500.
Okay, you have not said 500. He said 500.
Yes.
Okay. It's your no ordinary 2,000 be. But also there no so na dey achiro manfo.
More time ni na 1,086 ni na no. Asphalt overlays kan ho. Asphalt overlays no over 500 kilometers. And the asphalt overlays. New roads amoye no just a little over 500. MPP there no 3,000 kilometers. Asphalt overlays one MPP there no just a little over 1,000. New roads, yes, new roads yeah over 2,000. And then Ufi Accra now call what do you call it? Kumasi. At least you will see Pokuasi interchange. At the time,
Pokuasi interchange. Give us another example.
Udu Tamalia, the northern region.
Yes.
It is about 60% completed. The Tamale interchange. That is and then we do Tamalia. There's a Tamale interchange. We are also doing Adekye interchange. In fact, we share all these 3 interchanges.
The amount graphic road.
Yes.
Okay, we are so kind side.
The amount of money you see here for all these 3 interchanges, about $289 million. For all these 3 interchanges. NDC Tamale, Pokuasi, Adekye. Okay. $289 million.
289.
Muyusu, about $260 million for circle interchange. Just circle interchange. And Quebec me construct about 3 interchanges. In fact, the amount of money Mudi can try to fankoye Pokuasi interchange. No, just for 3 what do you call it? Flyovers
from quantity amaye e dey akọ amount.
So you see, apart from quantity, they have also not been candid with the Ghanaian people with respect to even amount of money.
Why do you say that?
Because you have not been candid. Clearly,
Honorable Tafo Munam Kromaya Moti say amanfo can say mapendera mama abresu no mu infrastructural development say adan suku ene sa niama na ya nitua no mu
I was the PRO for the Ministry of Education. Me betena ha me ne prince produce a certain program. I think one morning, and that program was to showcase the number of projects in the education sector alone. Okay. You could be a friend the needs assessment from 2017 to 2018. At the time, another Dr. Matopoku Prempe. You could be a friend no get fund securitization 1.5 billion on a core parliament. Apart from that, some needs assessment is also Sedube Seminary. Sedube Seminary Bekacho say your capacity to take 1,000 students in classrooms, but baby that is dormitories, a new 1,000.
I didn't know man for new. No,
are you saying no ko Otafu for in Amuntemi? Monko Okes. Or say 3 senior high school Otafo. You go and see a new library you go and see new classroom blocks about 6.
Thank you.
Otafo you go and see new dormitories in fact, over Azaria senior high school. One I don't know about.
Aye, nyehwe me busa mo manfo de o de ma me fa me homra. Eja san.
We microphone ho yam nwa pa wo mem.
Debut.
Ghana fo no a omoto aba no.
Aden.
Omo no ho yam nwa. We share the MPP and NDC on why your 30 years I did democracy by. Now still they blame each other for the problems of this country. Of course, they have to blame themselves because Oman only problem number. In this way, the only thing they know is to blame one another it is important say we vote party for flow.
Na mo ma ye hu say mo ma ye. And obi so can say it is not about party for flow. If your party for so ba sa na obeye say structures ni system no to me boa.
The system
and development plan wo ho a send the PC for you omo the plan in mind da wa say wo ba o say mo de to America. There is the American plan, American vision.
Exactly.
And the vision is there. Who said your campaign it has to fit into that vision.
There's a 40-year development plan instituted by the previous administration under Mills Mahama. Adentin na aba we aboguna ye kone trarasa. Afen wako initiative said 1.5 years or so 2 years GSA ye be implemented. For what? So what track when you ask for 30 years? Now want to me and dualize it from Accra to Kumasi. You are not fit for purpose. Want to me and dualize it, your friend is saying Kumasi to
but see your vision 2020, but I know you do 2020 no you my 2020.
Why want to buy? Is it not these two same people, MPP and NDC? I am saying say more more to about more share some from you know Ghana since 1993 come ne buy no. A common day BM
93.
83. A common ND BM da. Right? Inti Ghana nye omanye ebeka say yakwa ho yehia me yakọ ekom to say therefore there has always been food in this country and no and sustain here. Hwe me nuaba. Na me nua e de your friend say issue about data.
Okay, yeah.
Last time I mentioned it here. Data has never been used by any government in power over these 30 years. They don't use data. Whatever they do is for their political interest, not to.
They work on population census.
Yes, yet for idea they be ma wo at all. We here no free wa. Na oka bibi say time na the previous administration ewo ho. Things were better in terms of the shocks because now COVID ni ho any number. Don't forget. Now COVID ni ho. We understand, but there was no because there was no COVID. There were no COVID grants nessa normal.
21 billion.
More COVID buy no.
Your COVID grant wo ho.
21 billion is your financial sector mess.
It's kind of Ghana because of COVID.
Then no a grant and a loan.
Well, if it is a loan crop, I say yakwaje, right? I see it. We are no free one. You can be about your friend say or the America example.
Okay.
America economy as we speak because of the COVID they are paying people who are even sitting at home. Joe Biden has indicated that COVID by teachers emphasis into teachers they have to increase their salaries and now yet to remember no omanpeni to make a say we a teacher ni what doing what they call and yes the contest
no
the contest was
the
contest was clear to all of us unless you see
we have all been teachers before you and I know that teacher ni there is no way
was that
no don't go into that vocation with the mindset say you are going to be a millionaire. Of course that is the truth. He's not saying that. He is trying to generate generating the conversation say you should rather go in there with a sacrificial mindset to develop the Ghanaian youth.
Are you people sacrificing?
Why are we not sacrificing?
Your friend say
why are we not sacrificing?
Education.
Yes.
Substantive.
Yes.
Or corner areas or supervision, whatever. Or course, school be more headmaster.
Yes.
Maybe the headmaster was going to do other things. I didn't know first who been seen at night until so I the reason why I own school.
But are you aware that it is possible to be a headmaster and so call the street office? And I say be a
whatever office. It is, no, that very moment he made a phone call to call somebody to take over until he explained himself. Maybe he was going to do other things. May can say, look, fewer increases tells us that the indications are bad. Things are not well. Figures, any numbers, any percentages. You will tell us the percentages and figures.
Oh, yeah, fair no more.
I'm telling you, it is for the technocrats or more fees.
I said, and also na eye and kratasem.
Yes.
Na ye share we are now fey. Yeah, I form fratam phone. Woma at the abaye customer bechecha. Are you saying that 80% any data is adding na?
Me say in kratasem no is not for a debate. Say I know the economy ecoso. We are looking at the people. In Crawford,
thank you, honorable and figures.
That is what we are saying. So me, I will do my campaign now. The LPG should be voted. But in conclusion, Mamenda, in conclusion,
you are
yes,
not done.
Yes,
I don't worry. I'll give you some 1 minute, 1 minute. Yes, Papa.
My main say, Union Honorable, or say MP by no more 3,000 kilometers. Meanwhile, the Minister for Roads and Highways, a big press conference, some by more than 4,000 kilometers. The two near for the when you way.
Hanya botre me busa o e question.
When you way say
Ebia
have given you
Ebia na sector minister no onu okita data ana okita full record
I gave you the figure from 2017 to 2020.
That's it.
What you say? The sector minister currently abe catch say 4,000. It tells you the improvement.
Ebia be kan.
What you say? 4,000. So which of them?
I have given you 2017
no so no need the 2017 2020
mama highway ba kwan people my
really
highway one
really
one for example ebia o free takwa ekosi bode ekwakosi sehwi asan so
keep o highway ba
na
highway na pokua se kwa na enye highway
Pugase kwande kwa no
e fitiri kwan dia
anya highway and because I interchange it
interchange yen fan car kwan ya
what me a kwan highway
oh na pugase ko say kwan to kwa e dey ko Kumasi
one community to another community on one
honorable Kami Beli
nothing
honorable Kami Beli anya yi hu ano
one minute
quite apart from that
okay
NHIS a car Sebio, looking at the program, we have committees.
Okay.
And we meet them a lot.
Okay.
Currently, no more year program. They all people or the service providers more than 1 year. And more say yes.
More than 1 year.
We are investigating. Last week is share, best share this week.
Okay.
You understand my point? 2. Mo handing over yeah the mam move out because say yeah the service providers 9 months what you say yeah the omoka 1.5 years to 2 years. I don't think this is true. And today can I say we handed this country to you mo say MP are buying the bit man manage this economy manage it don't refer to us magana for sampa in some na mo kan ye no e no kre yeti sika so ekom dien magana for the money this is what they want enye rebattals there the sanka wanya konya kra anka.
Okay,
this is what I mean. Thank you.
Me so me that 9:45
my man the road project now say
o say man one how the man list o say man one highway
Abuabo to Esikuma Dunkwa road it has been done.
Abuabo Kumasi Abuabo na say Abuabo
o say Abuabo to Ima
so was it now what
Kumasi Abuabo na say
man na dey Abuabo
granted my granted no
okay
my granted
o man foforo
Sehuyoso papa dey office Sehuyoso Sehuyoso a Contombra road 63% complete but you know so betimi aka say
so it's not completed. It's
now,
not completed.
I am giving you figures as at 2020.
It's not completed.
What's the enye she?
Message me kwa ba kwa maje.
Say,
highway
ba kwa
maje 100%. Burai Dodokope Burai Junction which is 100% complete.
Dodokope.
Yes, Dodokope
Burai
Dodokope Burai Junction. 100%.
Of that is not true.
Say how many kilometers?
Now, town roads. Maybe but now the baby.
Town roads near highway. Town roads near highway.
Eastern corridor.
Town roads.
Dodikope na okay.
Dodo Kope.
Say Dodikope dia kam say enka kan Eastern corridor ho am and dia say da bia me mabeleda ma time me say me person ko he Dodikope ho and na Dodikope pepa say Dodi
easy
yes say ba bia make no na
Dodikope
Eucharistic corridor ne ho.
Fine, but maybe be organ.
That is where the problem lies. So
Maybe organ, maybe organ.
If you have not witnessed, that's
Don't
What
just pick your phone.
No, I will not dispute it, but
I know a few hundred
Oh, my phone is my last number.
I don't know
Make my cassette. And this to board here.
They are supposed to speak to the allegations.
I am not disputing what you said, but I'm saying, sir, so
you can't give me one road.
When we are talking about highway, not say 2 kilometers. It's not a highway. So who can highway, not say
honorable. O say Tamalediana interchange.
Your dualization project.
But Tamalediana
interchange.
Obi say Yaro say, yeah, please, the Tamale one is a flyover.
Those things are not.
Your friend is
what's the difference between an interchange and a flyover?
Dualization, dualization project. Southern and Western bypasses in Kumasi. Dualization project. Kumasi Outer Ring Road dualization project. Accra Outer Ring Road dualization project. Now,
that is the word.
Oh, Takrade to Aguna Nkwanta Road. I'm telling you the data. I'll give you the data from the Ministry of Roads. What I say?
Omuka ye ko hwe kwan no.
Oh, if it is not done, no. How sure are you now?
When was the last time I was
Any 2 weeks.
Hey, Papa.
I'm telling you. Takrade.
Now, lot of your
it's not true. It's not true.
I'm not getting it.
Unfortunately. Say body so try no body say yeah to get people to confirm more or less no
this was said your mukano no tinkrofo hu to said your kana ya too technical
intimacy you don't buy
but say you sitting at no say can we confirm
my say me fa say cannot
just confirm my because you feel say you also
don't say that me say me confirm so
because me acquire work Kumasi na at least if I say ota for
say he also no me feel because you know I will say na when me fi kojina asan so kojina asan kesi nti me nko fast akwan but I will not dispute it but can no catch say e bia 600 kilometers 200 and I say bia
anyway data we our Ministry of Roads
okay we can get it for you what the NPP man is saying is true about Benchman barrier to Osei Kojo Krom is completed
but we must also talk about the quality of the roads
yes, it
is very important.
I'm not saying it's important, but the discussion is not a quality of roads.
Honorable Afo, Razak be the about say, go for it to so many a quantum point highway on my tell the NDC man the go for it to so many highway is
how many kilometers?
It is completed. One
Ghanaians are judging us.
You see how many kilometers?
Ghanaians are judging us.
Where are you dualizing in Ashanti region? Now, on who's dualization?
Dualization,
in
Ashanti region, the southern and western bypasses in Kumasi. The Kumasi Outer Ring Road.
Jaisa, can you see Kumasi 40? Yes, I did. And Kumasi say, Ufa for life,
the way a road accident, a kunkrofo. That's 30 years. You to me any dualization of Accra to Kumasi, Accra to Takrade, Accra to Bolgatanga to the border.
But I think some progress have been made on this.
We are not doing anything. No one reducing the rate of accident. But I must, even though I don't know how far it will pan, but I must comment the which ministry? I think energy,
railways.
Matisse, per my research, am I? One more kind of mention. So, on papa, or if by optics, or more a person or more they speak train or whatever it is, and they are working assiduously at it. I want to commend them, and they should go ahead to do this thing for us to reduce. To reduce this thing. These are the things we want, right?
Until OGDS speed in the Baba. Accra Kumasi, Accra kept considering him, Mokra, Mokadalization, what your Mokadalization. Accident here, Sipa, Wibajan.
Accra to Chakra, definitely a true.
Okay. Honorable. Pacho, Mammy, for the passe. Takrady Agunam Kwanta Road is a no. It's a no-go. The road is more than bad.
And I'm a catcher say.
Need the other, no, and Chef Money, so Jeff Money. Also tell the NPP man that from Takrady Road to Aguna Takwa, it's very bad. Agunam Kwanta is very bad. Yes. We call it dodge one pot to get you.
Must have a catcher say, yes, you.
In
the process,
there's no contractor on that road.
Dualization projects,
and your cabinet Sandor said the dualization is on the bypass to Apollo Junction, and not Takrady to Agunam Kwanta. A bypass to Apollo Junction. Okay. Oh, I have phone. So
at least there's something going on.
Mode Bansi, Madam Wase. Eric Reeves said Takrady to Agunam Kwanta road hasn't been charged. The husband man should stop lying. Husband man in his mind.
Husband man, no.
Hey, honorable diva kororo. Elemi yewu. Miss Honorable, a cratchy is me fan here as a mutumo na mumfanko. Timothy Garbo say, please, we the NPP youths are angry very much because President Akufo-Addo delay in nominating the DCs. Mamia, please tell President he should release the MMDCs names out within this week. Mr. President, it is creating problems for us, pa.
Honorable. The release. The release in Yadibako. Idea. I was saying that to me, a catcher president or yen temp. But they are acting MCs and DCs already.
Are you sure they are really acting?
Of course, they are working. The president, the chief of staff signed the letter.
No, we are owning the faith.
Why? The chief of staff signed the letter that continue to act as MC or DC. Into who look us and you are acting as an MC.
Your honor, 7 months into a new administration. Previously, 2017 by now, and now he's no more in a hurry.
President, only the legal responsibility to appoint and disappoint.
No, correct.
Should be advised.
No, hold on. As we speak, the proper consultations will have to be done in the communities before the list.
What about boats? What about boats?
Boats. That's about Ghana gas.
That's a lot of boats.
I think Ghana gas and CPC so.
Rome was not built in a day.
Hey, really?
Rome was not built
in a day. In 2017, he didn't tell us that.
Rome was not built in a day because, as we speak, we have ministers, we have deputy ministers. What do you say? There are CEOs who have been acting from 2017 till date. What do you say? It is not as if it cannot be compared to 2017. When there was no CEO at all. But now there's a CEO.
A lot of things cannot go on. A lot of things cannot go on.
Honorable Vincent call as a
studios and access stations are more observed protocols with COVID. I think me who be over here. More preparation towards the, ensuring will be beer or better ham. He's protected. If you are because he and share those man, but if you are to hear shame, a road to my no say I'm telling you, when you are the only Musa, and to be captured. And if I this, I'm saying, and Canada, His Excellency. Obeto we makumba no wacha magana fo nyina sa kebe gana.
Hey baby I say.
Hey baby.
Openi oh yeah diabolics kakra yi. Asanita no oh national organizer ma LPG. And Honorable Eric Afo na ama sisi Aguna Kwanta ne o se dey Takrady to Aguna Kwanta na board ya Aguna Kwanta fa. Ne moji baby a Aguna Kwanta kwa no ubehanu say next week ebe hu say minister be ko akoma contractor no one say the ade na ma kona koye because eno na ebe trendy pa. Honorable Eric Afo MP Amenfi West was it that na watch me bia onam so onam so also aba parliament 2 terms ni mo ahwe am wo mo anye I think I will be having Vincent to say
MP ya kwa
na de de
facilitate o de kan so one facilitate
MP ebisa MP ya kwa exactly
MP
dentum nya kwa MP ska ya kwa
honorable aboko campaign na ya boka say
honorable my kwa
oh and studio I there ano baby na mo se papa ya mi sha mo se mo ba ye de mo koye aka che bia nso nyame moa mu na enye kama mamo ahwefo ha ene edi mu sie nyame adom ochina Adekye Nsroma besia ba na so nim se TV de ye mpon ye tamu a Adekye ene adesa 24/7 etikoso anemu wa fidie ni na afi say it's all about you yakramani mama mu ene se mo ne metena do nhwere mi ensa na se enan a monye mi ahenewa me das
24/7